Good day everyone, and today, ang i-discuss ko is about ang problem 1, which is the student information system. So under the student information system, bali ang magiging output lang dito is yung student report, which is merong student ID, merong student name, section, grades, and the average grades from this inputs. So, ang kailangan ipa-input natin sa user is yung student ID, full name, first grade, second grade, third grade, and yung section niya. So, let's start with the code. So, in here, ang una natin kailangan kunin is yung student ID. So, unfortunately, in this block of code, hindi ko nasama sa screenshot yung first two natin na line. But, instead, I will explain it manually. So, yung first dito is kukunin natin yung student ID. So, ang una natin gagawin is gagawa tayo ng variable. And tatawagin natin siyang student ID. Student ID is equal to input, enter your student ID. So, dito, mapapansin natin na meron tayong variable. Ito yung variable natin, which is student ID. Yung input is to instruct the user, which is, ito yung magiging, ito yung nagpaparating na kailangan mag-input ng user. Kaya nilalagyan natin siya ng input dyan. So, magiging placeholder ng student ID natin is yung variable natin, which is the student ID. So, just like in any other programming language, meron tayo ng scanf sa C programming. Dito naman sa Python, meron tayo nitong input. So, siya yung maghahawak ng student ID ng user. So, next, ang kailangan naman natin is yung full name ng student. So, same lang with student ID. Sa student ID, lalagay lang ulit natin yung variable name. So, ang variable name na ginamit natin dito is full name. So, full name is equal to input, enter your full name. Yan. Papa-enter lang natin sa user yung full name nila. So, check na meron na tayong first and second. Meron tayong student ID and full name. Next is, kukunin na natin yung grades nila. So, in my case, inuna ko muna kumuha ng grades ng student before ko siya nilagyan, pina-input nung section. So, dito, ang pinalagay ko for the first one is the grades. Pinangalanan kong variable niya is grades para ma-store yung first grade na i-input ng user natin. So, for this, gumamit tayo ng float para ma-convert yung string natin into float data type. So, since grade nga is, minsan meron tayong 95.5, meron tayong 85.5. So, pwede natin siyang ma-convert into float since number lang yung tinatanggap natin. Then, for the grade number 2, meron tayong second grade. Papa-input ulit natin user, enter your second grade, and then masustore ulit siya sa grades 2. Next, sa grades 3, ganun lang din. Enter your third grade as an input, and then malalagay lang din siya ulit sa grades 3, which is in the form of float. So, lastly, meron tayong section, which nagpapa-input naman sa user ng section niya, kaya wala tayong data type na nilagay dito kasi automatic nakastring na siya. So, ayun lang, pina-enter natin, enter your section, and nakastore na siya ngayon sa section. So, to get the average naman, meron tayong dineclare dito na variable ulit. So, average. So, average is equal to grades plus grades 2 plus grades 3 divided by 3. So, this formula is automatic na since 3 naman yung kinuha nating grades. So, di-divide lang natin siya sa 3 to get the average of his grade, the student's grade. Then, after getting the average, pwede na natin i-print ngayon yung magiging output. So, naglagay lang ako dito ng new line para hindi masyadong dikit dun sa pinag-inputan natin. So, next, i-print na natin yung student report na text. Then, the ID, student ID. In here, kinall out lang natin yung student ID from here, from the first code na pinagkuhanan natin. Call out lang din yung full name, then section, then yung grades. So, sa grades, yung pag-call out natin sa grades is nakaisa-isa. So, ang kakalabasan ng grades na yan is ganito. Ito yung grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. Nakaganyan siya. So, naglagay ako dyan ng 0.1F para yung lalabas na grade dito is naka 1 decimal point only. Pwede naman natin siya ibahin. Pwede natin siyang gawing 0.2F. And ang lalabas naman dyan is double decimal points. Pag 0.2F, ganito yung kakalabasan. And then, pag 0.1F naman is 0.0 lang. Kasi, isa lang yung decimal point na pinalabas natin. So, next is, lastly, yung average naman natin. Ganun lang din ginawa ko. Kinall out ko yung average na variable na naglalaman na ngayon ng in-input ng user. And then, 0.1F lang ulit. So, ito na yung magiging sample output natin. So, for the input, meron tayong enter your user student ID, next enter your full name, and then enter your first grade, second grade, third grade, and your section. After natin magpa-input sa user, ito na yung lalabas na student report, which is, ito yan. Itong part yan ng code natin. Ang student report. Ito na yung pinaka-output na after mag-input ng user. Meron na tayo dito ang student ID, student name, student section, yung grades niya na in-input earlier, and then computed average niya na. That's all for this lesson. I-explain ko naman yung problem number 2, which is the salary calculator system. Basically, in the salary calculator system is magko-compute lang tayo ng salary of an employee. So, meron tayo ditong equations, which is given na yung equations natin to compute the salary. All we have to do is to get the input for the name, the salary, and the overtime hour of our employee. So, first, magde-declare tayo ng name, which is a string. So, no need to put float or integer kasi string naman na siya. Input, enter your name to store the variable, to store the name of the user to the variable name. Next, salary. Mayroon tayong float dito to ensure that the input of the user is only in float format. Next is hour. Meron tayong int data type for the overtime hour. Kasi yung hour naman natin is wala naman siyang decimal points. So, hindi na natin kailangan na gawin siyang float. Kaya, integer na lang. So, for the overtime hour, ang rate natin is 150 per hour. So, ang overtime pay niya is ako-compute by multiplying hour to 150. Next, yung gross naman is mako-compute by adding the salary to the overtime pay. Next is tax, which is mako-compute by multiplying the gross salary by 0.12 or 12%. Next is the net, which net pay natin is yung pinaka-sweldo na ng employee natin. So, yung net pay is gross minus tax. Binawas na natin yung tax. And meron din tong overtime pay. So, now, all we have to do is to print the output. Naglagay lang ako nito to separate the input from the output para hindi sila magkadikit. So, separator lang to. Separator. Itong, /n. So, next, i-print na natin yung gross. Gross is naka 0.2F, tax is naka 0.2F, and net salary is naka 0.2F. So, paano nga ba nangyari na naka 0.2F siya? Yung 0.2F natin is nag-work lang for float. So, automatic na yon in Python na nag-convert siya into the higher data type, which is yung float, from int to float. Kaya, pwede na natin gamitin yung 0.2F or 0.1F. Just like in the first example. So, dito, ayan na, nalagay na natin yung gross, tax, and net pay. So, magiging output na niyan is this. So, for example, I entered my name, and then this is my salary, and my overtime hour is 3 hours. So, ang lalabas dito, ang gross income ko is 10,450. Ang tax ko is 1,254, and so, my net salary will be 9,196 pesos. For our problem number 3, we have online shopping cart. So for the online shopping cart, we have our products, the quantity of the products, and the price of the products. So we will ask the user here to input the 3 products with their price and quantity. For the first product, we have the product 1 variable na paglalagyan ng product 1 na input ng user. Next is the product price, then the quantity. For the product price, naka-float tayo kasi yung price is minsan may 0.55, 0.25, 0.75, etc., etc. So, we need float para meron tayong decimal points. And yung quantity natin is naka-integer lang kasi, for example, milk lang naman yung bibilhin mo, hindi mo naman siya pwedeng bilhin na naka-half. So, integer lang. Next, product number 2, isi-same lang natin yung process like in product number 1. But, in this case, papalitan lang natin siya ng number para hindi tayo malito. Nilagay lang natin na product number 2. But, same pa rin yung itong part na to, and ito din. Same pa rin yung way ng pag-input ng user. Then, same lang ulit. Gawin lang natin ulit, copy natin, i-paste natin, then palitan ulit natin yung numbers for product number 3. So, next, in computing naman, the total price is, nilagay ko dito, total for number 1, total for number 2, and total for number 3. So, for each total, is lalagyan natin yung price and quantity. I-multiply natin yung presyo nung bilihin sa quantity na binili ni customer. Then, after calculating the 3, meron na tayong final na variable dito to store the final total of all the grocery items na binili ni user, which is yung total number 1, total number 2, and total number 3. Saan sila galing? Dito. Galing sila dito sa una nating kinompute. So, para ma-print natin yung output, ito na. Maglalagay muna tayo ng separator para ma-separate yung input ng user from the output of the user. Next, naglagay lang ako dito ng title na cart summary, which is para lang mapakita na ito na yung nasa loob ng cart natin. Then, for the next one, meron tayo dito quantity number 1 multiplied by product number 1. Then, yung price niya is naka-print dito, and yung total na is naka-print din dito. So, basically, kinall out lang natin dito yung mga variables na nakalagay na dito sa unahan. Kinall out lang natin sila sa part na to. Kinuha natin yung quantity kanina, so kinall out natin yung quantity number 1, number 2, number 3, product number 1, number 2, number 3, price number 1, price number 2, and price number 3, then total number 1, total number 2, and total number 3. So, after that, piprint na natin yung total, which is yung final. Ito na kasi yung final na total ng mga binili ni user. So, pansin nyo, naka 0.2F siya since naka-float yung presyo ng mga binili. Then, ito na yung sample output natin. For the input of the user, ito yung magiging itsura niya. So, remember kanina na pinalagay natin yung user ng input product number 1, price number 1, then quantity number 1. then yung product number 2, product price number 2, and quantity number 2, as well as sa product number 3. So, magiging output niyan is parang mini receipt, which has the printed kanina na nilagay natin na title, then yung quantity number 1, ito naman yung product number 1, ito yung price number 1, and then ito yung total number 1. So, sa next naman, yan lang yung pangalawa, quantity 1, quantity 2, product 2, price 2, and total 2. Next, product 3, quantity 3, price 3, then total 3. Then, ito naman, ito na yung lumabas na nakalagay natin kanina is final. Ito na yung printed nitong final equation na to. Ito na siya. So, nakita nyo na ito na yung pinaka-outcome. Bale, meron tayong input dito and meron din tayong output dito.